Welcome back, friends and family. Today we have a Carcraft magazine from August 1962. And usually I start those videos saying something stupid. Today I don't find any words. I love old photos of car shows, and there's so much magic going on. Just that candy paint, the displays, everything is just so crazy. Like look at this thing in the back. I don't even know what it is. I mean, we all know it's a Pontiac, I guess. I don't know, but this thing looks so cool. It looks everything. It already started in '62 with all the angel hair, and man, so cool. So let's get this thing started. A good old magazine is nothing without a good cigarette advertising. There we have what's going on. There you have something to read through if you want to pause. You can read that stuff. There we have a pretty cool model. Like, first of all, this thing looks super sick. Super cool. And then this thing reminds me of, and now we fight again because it's not the Sonic X, I don't know, is the second lowrider, I guess, with the little handheld hydraulic pump so he can lift up the car. So yeah. Those wheels look cool. Corvair valve covers. These plastic lenses look awesome. I don't know, I wish I would have a catalog. I should Google that. Maybe someone on the Hemp or the Jalopy channel or something knows anything about, because for the most you see those plastic lenses we just saw, those guys, for Fords and for Chevys. But you never see them for Oldsmobile. Or you never see them for, I don't know, like Buicks or something. And it would be cool to have something like that. So pretty cool. I want those. The world turned upside down. Now, I'm not a big indie guy, and I'm not a big Corvair guy, because I think Ed Cole, so I don't know if it's true or not, but like, you know the thing about this, and you know the thing was, you go in a corner too fast and you do this to your steering wheel and you spin. I don't really know if that's really true or not. I only ridden one time in a Corvair, in a turbocharged one, and it felt like it's a nice car. It sounded weird. It's a weird car overall, and I don't like it. But I don't know if it was really that bad. But I don't like the styling, and I don't know what's really that cool about it. No matter if you build it into like a lowrider or you build it into like, or you just keep it stock. I don't know. There's nothing like a Corvette. The van version, the Corvan, I think it's called. It is kind of cool, you know, especially with that little side door that comes down. But now this thing, I don't know. So yeah, Ed Cole. I think Ed Cole was the major guy who got this thing rolling. And from what I heard is that Ed Cole, I was reading that stuff a long time ago, so I hope my memory is still right. But Ed Cole went to Germany to study with Porsche because he really thought that the Volkswagen Käfer, the Volkswagen Bug, the Beetle, whatever you want to call it, was so awesome and so cool, which I don't know if it's really that cool. If you have one, if you are into those things, I mean, there's something like about a KDF one, like the really really early one. But then if you want to spend so much money on like Goering's car or whatever, why not just go ahead and buy like a Tatra? A Tatra is the real thing. And if you want to know about, you should research um, the court case, Tatra against Volkswagen, because they sued them because Volkswagen, Ferdinand Porsche, stole almost everything. And that guy, like Ed Cole, studied at Porsche's. He was like the apprenticeship or whatever at Tatra, where I don't know the guy's name, designed the Tatra plant, whatever. I have the whole book about that. If you and have then also a book where they took a Tatra in the 50s and they traveled all across South America, which I thought is pretty cool. Also, if you're already on the YouTubes, you should look up that Tatra commercial that they filmed then in the 60s, I think early 60s or whatever. It was that later one. I don't know really the exact name for that. 903 or 603 or 6, I don't know. If you just type in Tatra commercial, there's like a little commercial. It's like maybe like 12 or 15 minutes long. You really should watch that. If you like cars and old stuff, this thing is pretty cool. It's really cool. So that being said, Ed Cole sucks. He's also, I think, one of the major small block Chevy guys. Wow, that is pretty cool. But who am I? I don't know everything. If you are a Tatra guy, or you are a Volkswagen guy, or you are a Corvair guy, don't hate on me. I like cars. It's just like you do what you do, I do what I do, and it's just talk loads of nonsense. Sorry. So that looks cool. Almost looks like the orange grate to me. I know it's not the orange grate, but it looks pretty cool. And it looks like it's old powered. I can really tell by the valve cover. Usually I can, maybe not, but still a pretty cool car. And wow, look at this thing. Really cool. That was a T-Bird or what? Way Out Bird is this 56. Wow, and 58 also real mills is probably a J2. That's pretty cool. And with those Lancers, pretty cool. Really cool. This thing is also really, really cool. Man. And this thing is also really cool. I want to see this restored. Please, Dave Schouten. I wear your shirt, by the way, so I wear your Dave Schouten, the Iron Orchard. Dude, if you see my show, please restore this, and please next time I'm near Galpen, please can I come and see your shop in there, all that, please. Okay, please. Wow, I love those headrests. I know this thing is featured in a Cars magazine or whatever. It's pretty cool. This thing is pretty cool. I love the chop. I love everything about that thing. So cool. Also cool. Looks like the Lindbergh model kit. T-Bird. That I like this. I don't know what it's called. When they did in the 60s, when they cut the fender off here, so you see the tire, and they just made like a shroud to the radiator. That looked cool. That's some cool style, I think. The Mercury is kind of okay. Oh, there we have. Watch my other video. I have a whole video about this car. Awesome. Sectioned. Super cool. Oh my god, this thing is cool. Really cool. Wow, it won't stop. No, look at this. It's a touring top. This thing, I always wanted to build one. So cool. Really cool. If I ever build a Model T, that's what I want. I don't want a T-bucket. Oh man, this is also really cool. I just love fenders on. There we have the X-Sonic. The second lowrider. Or a car with a hydraulic suspension. If I talk about cars with hydraulic suspension, I think it's not the first car with a hydraulic suspension. But yeah. Hard topics. Oh, and there we have the orange grade. Beautiful, the Roth cars. The Beatnik Bandit. And the Outlaw. Pretty cool. I just love how this bike sits there. The orange grade. I don't know if it's still for sale, but recently it was for sale. But only to someone who can take good care of it. And I always, if you see it now, it has those ghost flames, I think. Maybe it still has those ghost flames. I do have the Rhodes journal where it's been featured. If you guys don't have that, let me know, and I put this on here. Stroker kits. Is that the Speed Sports? I don't know. No, I don't know. Small block Chevrolet powered. You can read that stuff for yourself. I thought it's a Speed Sport or whatever it's called, but I guess it's not, because there's a Speed Sport, and I think it was a coupe, and later George Barris bought it and built it into that weird thing that had those extensions here. I don't know if that's that car or not, because I'm pretty sure it had a top on. And I always thought it's the Speed Sports, and then there was a plating special too. But you can read that if you want. And if I'm too fast, let me know. Here's some restyling ideas, for the Corvette. This is pretty cool. Those taillights should have been on that car. It would be cool to see this with Cibis. I love this. I think those are Merc taillights, maybe, or maybe not. Maybe GM, Buick, Pontiac. I don't know. But it looks cool. And here's how. And it's a fiberglass car. Okay, let's go step by step real quick. What are they doing? It's weird that they're not like nowadays. The first thing you see on how to disconnect the battery. Looks nice. And model kits. And of course, it's the 60s. It's a Corvair. Wow, look at the Bean Bandit built and blown. And to me that looks like an Oldsmobile. A 394 probably, I don't know. I'm gonna read that since it's an Oldsmobile. A topping of the big stroked Olds and Cherry Bolts A-gas dragster. A healthy, give me wow, 420. So I don't know if it's the same guy or not, but the Bean Bandits, they're still around, and there's a Lakes car with a blown Olds. I think it's a 324. That's probably I bet it's like stroked or bored, at least bored, and it looks pretty nice. Like, I don't know anything about it because I never really got the specs, but it looks cool, and it looks cool to see nowadays in 220 a Lakes car that actually gets driven on and raced on the lakes, which is powered by an old Oldsmobile engine, a Rocket 8, which I think just takes so much dedication and knowledge and all that stuff. So I'm just like, hell yeah, you know, those guys rule. So yeah. The Visible V8. I think everybody has that kit, and I think it's still the same kit that you can get today from Revell. And I always wondered because it looks from the heads, you know, I think on the cover. Here on the cover you can tell it could be an Olds engine. It could be also a Cadillac Studebaker, whatever. It has rocker shafts. The distributors in the back, so it could be whatever. The bell housing looks like a Ford bell housing, so they just mixed up everything, which I think is kind of cool, you know. Of course, now I lost track of where we were. That never happened to me before. Sorry guys. So we were here. Oh, and slot cars. There you have some nifty tricks. Take my money. Hot air. I should call this hot air podcast, maybe, because it's just hot air. So I hope you guys like what I show you guys, like my videos, like my jokes. Even for the most, they're pretty horrible, and have a fun time. This guy, there's some guy who's reproducing those. I think that's pretty cool too. So thanks for watching. Like always, go and get some Chesterfields, some Stogies, and have a good day. Goodbye. See you in the next one.